This time we're going to be taking a look at the I.K.S. Groth, which is a D7 battle cruiser for the Klingons. So we'll open it up and see what's in there. Okay, so here you have one of the most iconic ships from the original Star Trek series, and it's going to show when we get to the crew and you'll see what I mean. But let's start off with the movement dial like we always do. I'm actually happy, of course there's a glare, but they got a real bright picture of the ship on here this time, so you can really see which dial or which ship the dial goes to. Some of the other ones the picture was kind of dark, and I'm not going to go all the way around. This one's actually hard to turn. It's brand new. The other ones I actually used a little before I took the video, so instead of going all the way around, we'll just look at this. Again, nice clear picture of it. There's your movement, complete with the typical U-turn ability that most of the Klingon ships have. Really nice, tight 2 turns there. This thing's maneuverable as it gets as far as big ships go. As for the named version, we have the I.K.S. Groth, which is a D7 class. It's unique, Klingon. There's your stats. You got 3 attack, 1 evade, 3 hull, 2 shield. Each time you defend against a ship at range 1, you get to roll an extra defense die. Got our icon down there. 18 points, which is nice. It's one of the cheapest ships available. 1 tech upgrade, 1 weapon upgrade, 1 crew upgrade. You have evasive maneuvers, target lock, and battle stations. If you note, this one does not cloak. Then on to our generic version, which has 1 less shield. You lose the tech upgrade, but it's even cheaper at 16 points. Great for swarm teams. Again, you have evasive maneuvers, target lock, and battle stations. So definitely a swarm-based ship. Now we go on to captains, and this is where you're going to really notice that this is from the original Star Trek, because our lovely Klingon captains do not have wrinkly foreheads, which was an ongoing joke when Next Generation came around. Cloth here is unique. Koloth, I'm not sure how to say his name. Has a skill of 7. Can be given a upgrade. 4 points. Each time an enemy ship attacks you, you may force that ship to re-roll 1 die of your choice. Good way to get rid of some criticals. Next up we have Krell. Again, no wrinkly forehead. Krell is also unique. Captain skill of 4, 2 points. When attacking, you can re-roll 1 of your battle station results. And then our generic, non-wrinkly forehead Klingon captain, which you have to have, because everybody has a just generic free captain. Normally go to crew next. This one has a special thing with crew. We're still going to do crew next, but we're going to do them separately here. Your first crew option is Korax. He's 3 points. If your ship is not cloaked, disable all your remaining shields and target within range 1 or 2 that's not cloaked and has no active shields. You discard him and any 2 crew upgrades of your choice on their ship, on the target ship. This is where things get interesting, this next one. And anybody who's familiar with where this ship actually came from in the series is going to get a kick out of this. There's Cyrano Jones. It's unique. 3-point crew upgrade. I love the Tribble icon. You begin the game with a Tribble token beside your ship card. That's what all these are. These are all your Tribble tokens. Now, what do Tribble tokens do? They actually have a card for that. A ship with at least 1 Tribble token assigned to it follows these special rules. Number 1, during the end phase, you add a Tribble to your ship, regardless of the number you already have. If your ship has 1 to 3 Tribble tokens, you add +1 die whenever you attack and +1 die whenever you defend. Basically, because you get to ignore that if you're a crew or a Klingon, because, well, Klingons hate, so they're not affected. Once you have 4 to 5 tribbles, there's no effect. And number 4 is when your ship has 6 or more tribbles, you roll 1 less attack die whenever you attack and 1 less defense die whenever you defend. This penalty is doubled if you have a Klingon captain or crew, because they're getting really annoyed at that point. And you also gain the following action. And an action is, if your ship is not cloaked, disable all your remaining shields and target a ship within range to 1 to 2 that's not cloaked and has no shields, and place any number of Tribble tokens beside the target ship. You cannot transfer a Tribble token that you received this round. So basically you pile them up, you get some bonuses for the first couple rounds, then nothing, then they start hindering you, and at that point you beam them over to somebody else's ship, so it hinders them, not you. I think it's kind of a funny little thing, fits in with the storyline good. Next we'll go to your captain's upgrade here. It's one of my favorite captain upgrades, Sabotage. It's 3 points. You can discard this upgrade to target a ship at range 1 to 2 that's not cloaked and has no shields, and you get to discard a weapon or tech upgrade on that ship. Nice way to deal with the energy dissipators on the brain ships. Basic proton torpedo for Klingons. A little less damage. It's 3 points instead of 5 though, so it's only 4 dice damage. Takes your target lock. You can convert one of your rolls of battle stations into a critical hit, and it can be fired from the front or rear arc. Next we have the magnetic pulse. You can disable this card and 1 active shield. Each critical that you roll actually does a normal damage to the hull, even if your opponent has shields, so that's nice. 2 to 3 range, 4 dice. Interesting attack. Nice way to get through those ships that have 4 shields. And the tech upgrade for the ship. Our tech upgrade for the ship is the projected stasis field. It's kind of entertaining. For 5 points, if your ship is not cloaked, disable all your remaining shields. Discard this upgrade to target a ship within range 1 to 2. That ship must disable all of its remaining shields and cannot attack this round. Your ship rolls 2 less attack dice this round, because basically you put all your power into that. But it effectively disables a ship so that your other ships can tear it apart. When these things are only costing 18 to 16 points apiece, you're going to have a bunch of them to do it. This one comes with another 2-player mission, Assassination. I think it's for Klingon and Federation. And there's your description. Lots of words. Words, words, words. These scenarios add a lot of fun to the game, so you're not doing the same thing over and over. This one's for Klingon versus Federation. Down here, we can focus in. Get our 2 disable tokens. One for the stasis field, one for the photon torpedoes. We got 2 shield tokens. That's the weakness of this ship. You're only getting 2 shields even with the named version. So, our critical and auxiliary power tokens. You've got your battle stations and a base of maneuver. Another target lock token, which again has a different letter. And our ship with the extra flight peg down there. Ship itself. It's got some decent detail. It's the older style, so they went with the gold paint job. I can get it off the base here. Better paint job than on most. I didn't see too many horrible flash lines. There's a little bit of a mold, sprue mold line there on the end of the nacelles, but still not a bad one. And again, we got our base here with the Groth on one side and the D7 on the other. And notice again, this one doesn't have a rear firing arc, yet the torpedoes that come with it say they can be fired out of the rear. So I'm guessing we're going to be seeing some Klingon ships with rear firing arcs soon. Anyway, that's it for this ship, and we'll see you on the next video.